Hey fabulous teamies, how you doing? Just wanted to do a quick short video. We're in the middle of a challenge that's called Eat Wise, Drop a Size. And I guess eating wise means you need to actually be familiar with food labels. So when we're talking about food labels, these are your nutritional panels. And yes, I do have a canister of our amazing shake. That's true. And all your food labels will either be directly on the back of your product, on the side of your product, or if it's a product that doesn't have great readings, it'll be hidden under that little flap where you open the product. Interesting. So a few of the key areas to really take a look at, and you can also with fresh food get all of your readings as well on MyFitnessPal, which is an application. You can use it as a free application, or even you can go onto something like calorieking.com, and that's where you can do all your fresh food. But anything that's packaged, so the first thing that you want to be looking at is your calories, and work together with your coach to work out, what your resting metabolic rate is, so what your burn rate is at rest and how many calories you want to be consuming in the day. And of course, if you want to be, if it's a weight loss journey that you're on, then there is a specific amount of calories that you can actually take out of that equation each day for successful weight loss according to your goals. So we either go in calories or we go in energy, and energy is like like a I don't know if it's a metric term, but it's a US term and some other countries as well. So the calories are calories. So a serving of our Formula One is 101 calories, which is absolutely awesome. In fact, this whole product with all this inside it is perfectly balanced. And so therefore the energy would be 4 times that amount. So an easy way to work out calories from an energy quote is divided by 4, 4.1, but just 4 divided by 4. Then the next thing that you really want to look at is the protein as well. How much protein has the product got in it? As you get older, you need to source more and more protein, okay? So this particular for each serving has 9 grams of protein, and I find that when I'm making my shakes, I also add into my shake personalized protein powder, 3 scoops, each scoop being 5 grams of protein, giving me 15. So when I add the protein powder to my shake, I've already got 24 grams of protein. So my minimum protein intake for me personally should be 75 grams per day. And it's an area where I like to sit as well. So then we've got carbohydrates. So I look at carbohydrates, and we do have sugars. You've got to keep in mind certain foods are actually natural sugars. But if we can look at the carbohydrates, this has got 15 grams per serve. So you can see 101 calories, 9 grams of protein, 15 carbohydrates. We're pretty much balanced. Now the average female, let me go back to the protein. This is averages, about 100 grams of protein a day, okay? And more if you're exercising, and probably a little bit more as you start to increase your age. Carbohydrates for women and men for protein around about 150 grams, and carbohydrates no more than 100 a day for the average female, unless there's a specific requirement for it, which you would have to be a world-class athlete and a marathon runner, and for men 150. So when you know what your numbers are, you can actually plan your day out really well. So for me, by having 2 shakes a day, and I mix all my shakes with water, so I'm looking at 161 calories if I don't put any additives into it, and I'm looking per shake. So multiply that by 2, that's 161 by 2 is like 320 something calories. for my 2 shakes and my 2 lots of 15 grams of protein, my 2 lots of proteins, including the protein powder, I'm looking at, close to 50 grams of protein. And in the carbohydrate section, how cool, only 30 carbs for the 2 shakes. So I've still got some carbs spent for the rest of the day. I'm still way in my guideline of my 1200 calories by having 3 shakes a day and a colorful meal, or 2 shakes a day, colorful meal and a snack. It's all good. It's more about when you finish eating as opposed to anything else, and also the amount of water that you're drinking, ensuring that you get good protein, low calories, low carbs, but being able to read the labels is what's really, really important. So I hope that's been helpful, and I'll talk to you soon.